It was planned, and it happened, but not without months of tremendous efforts by the International Sports Press Association and the Azerbaijan Ministry of Youth and Sports and the National Olympics Committee, the AIPS Young Reporters Program in Baku, Azerbaijan. 17 young journalists from 5 continents flew in from around the world to take part in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Journalists from Africa, Asia, Oceania, South America and Europe embarked on a journey to learn about their chosen profession.
It's been a great experience, not just learning from my peers from the AIPS, but learning from my colleagues, the young reporters. They come from so many different backgrounds, so many different cultures. It's really been very enlightening to see how other people work from around the world.
It's a lifetime experience for me, meeting my new colleagues from different parts of the world, meeting mentors whom I have been seeing their bylines in big magazines, in big websites.
I think this is once-in-a-lifetime experience for me to meet with all these amazing mentors and all these amazing teammates. I think I've really met a lot of different persons from different cultures and different backgrounds, but I really do like them all.
The event coincided with the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, which was for the first time hosted by a predominantly Islamic country.
I think this FIFA World Cup tournament will give a lot for Azerbaijan and for the football of the country.
Hosting this championship is a big step for Azerbaijan.
For football in Azerbaijan, it's really a key point for its economy. I really think it should work because they have the resources, they have the support, they have a really good youth ministry and youth and sport.
I think it's given it certainly valuable experience in hosting a big event. You know, certainly Azerbaijan has hosted Eurovision and a couple of other smaller national events, but this time they've really had to welcome countries from all over the world.
Many know Azerbaijan as the land of fire, but for these young journalists, it became the land of opportunities.
Now that a group of young journalists from all around the world have been chosen to come here and be part of this development has been, an invaluable experience, and I don't think I'll ever forget the experience that we've had.
FIFA President Sepp Blatter officially opened the program at the Park Inn Hotel on the 22nd of September. He showed his full support and stressed the importance of journalists needing to be independent.
I'm very glad that the President Blatter came to open our program, as showed to us how can be important even for the International Federation, our work, because we are preparing a new generation of journalists that are not superficial, that are people that knows about what they write, and they have the possibility even to criticize in the proper way.
After the opening, it was time for reporters to get to work. They were mentored by industry professionals in the morning, while in the afternoon they were out on assignment covering the games.
The 2012 FIFA Under-17s Women's World Cup is about to get underway here in Baku. It's a huge step for a country in which equality for women is still a work in progress.
We are at the Esplanade of Baku City, the host for the U17 Women's Football World Cup.
So what do you know about the World Cup going on in Azerbaijan now?
I think it's very important project for our country.
I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be in this group because I have learned a lot of things, not only from the mentors, also from the young reporters, because we have different styles of work.
Having such a program is very rare, and I think it's the best thing that can happen to any young journalist. To be able to get a chance to go to an event and have a mentor and have someone train you and guide you through a multi-sport event or a single World Cup event is a chance that any journalist, any young journalist will dream of.
I love the way that the mentors took their time to actually prepare us for the coverage of the tournament. For me, it was my first experience covering the tournament live, and I really appreciated it.
During the morning sessions at Hilton Baku, the young reporters had the opportunity to meet a large variety of sports experts. They ranged from representatives of the World Anti-Doping Agency, the World Lottery Association, the Court of Arbitration, among others.
The world is changing, and so is the women's game. Perhaps not at the pace that Tatiana Hani will have hoped, but at least journalists like me are missioned to make an impact.
The atmosphere is very, very great for me. So when I will work in Japanese company, I will base on this experience.
It was a learning curve for many, as well as a challenge to become better journalists.
I think the program was really good for not only the technical skills we learnt, but the people we met, and learning about a whole lot of different cultures, similarities and differences, and technically learning how an international event like a FIFA World Cup works, I think, has been a really great skill for everyone here to learn.
It was a great experience. I learned a lot of things that I would use as soon as I arrived to my country.
It's been a privilege to work with a lot of young people who were so enthusiastic, talented, keen, and who wanted to learn. I mean, that's always the great feedback. I think maybe you feel you've done a reasonable job if you feel at the end of the course that the students still want to learn.
Besides developing their professional skills, through this experience, the journalists also grew personally.
I've learned a lot, actually. It's not only about the actual journalism thing. I mean, we've learned a lot. We had lessons in the morning, and then stuff you cannot be taught in lecture halls or something. You have to be out there at a World Cup. I mean, it's only U17 Women's World Cup, but it's a FIFA tournament.
It's been a really great experience for these guys to go through a World Cup and see what it's like. Some of them don't have as much experience, some have more, but it's always good to get more experience going through a mixed zone, going to press conferences. So I think it's been a great program for these kids and a great opportunity.
So this is the proper way to do it. Forget what we've been doing at home and all that. When you come to the global stage, how do you go about your reportage? And this is just a beautiful platform, you know, to just learn how to be more professional when it comes to international stuff. Let me put it that way. So I love it. It's good.
On games rest days, they were able to experiment with different mediums of journalism, including television, live news broadcasts, and even an appearance on Azeri Breakfast Television.
So, what do you think this is? This is in fact Azerbaijan's biggest outside television studio there is in the country. You can see the whole city from here. Of course, here we've got the famous Baku Flame Towers, and we've got the port of Baku there, and the whole city is really visible from here.
October 5th marked the end of the program's first cycle, and certificates of appreciation were handed out at the historic National Olympic Center in Baku.
I couldn't have asked for more. Personally, this is my third time, joining the AIPS crew. First, it was in China, in Shenzhen, the first AIPS Young Reporters program.
And then I was lucky to be also selected as part of 6 young reporters to cover the Winter Youth Olympic Games in Innsbruck, Austria, and now the second edition of the AIPS Young Reporters Program. So in a sense, I've backed 2 diplomas from AIPS.
It's been a great privilege to work with you all, meet you, get to know you. I think you will take a lot of this from this course journalistically, but I think you will take a lot personally.
From there, the journalists were taken on a well-deserved break to a resort in the Caucasus Mountains near Gabala. They saw many significant sights and had time to unwind before heading back to cover the final events of the tournament. In the final, it came down to France and Korea DPR, a tense game. But France made the cut and became the world champion. There were many highlights in the program. Of course, they varied for different people. For some, it was the superstars performing at the opening and closing ceremonies. For some, it was the interaction with people, and for some,
I really liked just the games themselves, but I also really liked the historical sides, like when we went to Gabala and all the visits to local football clubs, and yeah, just learning a bit about the host city as well.
This is a great experience. I enjoy my stay in Azerbaijan.
We had many moments, really good moments, not only inside our classroom or the seminar room, but outside. I really think we built friendship, we had fun, we were spontaneous, we were ourselves.
Actually, I think communication between human beings just should be like this, you know, just from heart to heart, and not, it won't matter wherever you are and wherever we will be, but our hearts will remain together whenever, however, and wherever.
We have had a big help by the organizer, the Ministry of Sport and the Olympic Committee here, that has put us in the best condition to have a success.
The local organization committee has been wonderful for us, and I hope that the legacy continues in Azerbaijan, in AIPS for women's football and for sports journalism.
This experience is only once in life, maybe 2 or 3. I would like to be one, more than one, but it's amazing because it helps in all aspects, personal aspects and professional aspects.
Job well done AIPS, job well done Azeri Sports Ministry, and job well done the Olympic Committee.
President Gianni Malo and other mentors labeled this program a success and said future programs are already on the agenda.
I think that was a great success, not only a success, because it was the first time that we have experienced a new format, and we have seen that the format can work very well. Maybe that if we will make another with the FIFA World Cup of maybe under 20 men next year or so on, it be that we can change something and to make the period of the lessons in the week before the beginning of the tournament and after to go directly on the tournament.
I think the program has been a great success. In fact, I think it's been a greater success than we had envisaged in the planning stage, because I think the number of students we've had here, which has been, you know, varied up to about sort of 16, 17, has been appropriate for the work we wanted to do. I think the presentations we've had have been very relevant. They haven't been too heavy, we haven't had too many, so we haven't sort of smashed the students over the head with too many facts and figures, but they've had the opportunity to see at first hand how a major sports event works.
It was a big success because it was actually a continuation of what the AIPS started in Shenzhen. So this was actually more of cultivation of the process that began in Shenzhen. So looking back at Shenzhen and then comparing it to Baku, I think it's been a tremendous success.
After 88 years and still counting, sports can look upon AIPS with pride as it embodies the union of multiculturalism, intelligence and independence on the global stage.
The most important thing is really to love this world, but especially to fight for our independence, because with our independence we can upgrade the level of our professionalism.
Due to the success of this 2012 AIPS Young Reporters Program, the legacy of AIPS continues to live